Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for EF7's Demo Day. I'm Alice Bentink, alongside with Matt Clifford, my co-founder. We are delighted to welcome you here. Now, it's not just the people who are in the room today. We are also joined by our first cohort in Singapore on the live stream. So hello, Singapore. We just got sent a photo of hundreds of people packed into our Singaporean office there, so a big hello, guys. Also, a big hello to EF8, who's watching the live stream in the Biscuit Factory. We can't wait to start working with you in a couple of weeks. But what is today all about? Today is about EF7. But before we get into that, we did want to just have a little recap on EF. I know for many of you, this is not your first demo day, so please do bear with us. But a reminder that EF is not an accelerator. What we do at EF is completely unique. We're the only place that takes hundreds of individuals each year and turns them into startups. We're a talent-first investor. We believe in investing in individuals often before they have a team and often before they have an idea. We believe that's part of the work that we should be doing rather than the work that they should be doing. We see it as the place where outliers come together, where people who have exceptional technical talent, who have outrageous levels of ambition, can come together and find like-minded people and form teams, develop ideas, and get to the point where they can build a company that can raise money, such as the companies you see today. So the current batch of outliers, EF7, this is our 7th batch since we started back in 2011, which now seems like a very long time ago. Our current batch started off as 90 individuals. You're going to see 18 companies pitch today. And as ever, they are academically gifted. We have more than 181 papers published by this group before they started EF. They have more than 90 patents in their names. But I think one of the things we wanted to emphasize was that we're beginning to look at a wider pool of people to join EF. Yes, technical talent, technical background is still one of the #1 things that we look for. But we now also look for domain edge. So people who have a deep understanding of an industry or sector, and they can bring that expertise to EF. Yes, they still have technical backgrounds. No, they don't need an idea. But they have a level of knowledge and expertise that we can help them turn into a company. You'll see today founders from BP, Jaguar Land Rover, YouTube, Google, and you'll see these people bringing their expertise to EF and to the companies that they're creating. I think one of the other things that we are really excited about for this cohort is that almost 30% of the companies that you see today have a female founder. Woo! We all struggle with the problem of diversity and inclusion, and how can we really crack this problem? It's something we've invested a lot of time and money into, and we're really, really excited to show you the companies that we have today. So, yes, we're talent first. We're very, very focused on finding exceptional individuals, but we do also have a process and a program that turns these amazing individuals into companies. We build deep tech startups from scratch, and one of the things that we're becoming increasingly sure of is that it works. And not only does it works really, really well. Last year alone, we had $270 million worth of exits. So we had Magic Pony from EF3, we had Represent from EF1, we had Avocarrot from EF1. Alongside that, our companies raised $40 million of venture capital from many of the people who are in the room today, both in the UK and US and Asian investors as well. And we're very excited to work with you all again on the next stage of funding for EF7 and also for our alumni companies. But just in case you aren't sated by the companies that you've seen today, and just in case the 100 or so companies in the EF portfolio aren't enough for you, we now have got there in the end. We now have EF Singapore. So you may remember at our last demo day, EF Singapore had just started. Our first cohort of 50 individuals had just started there. We now have 12 companies that have been created in Singapore. Singapore, in the same way that London is for Europe, Singapore is a talent hub for Southeast Asia, and the kind of talent that we're working with is truly, truly exceptional. They're working on anything from communication between satellites to water purification to IoT security. So if you are interested in joining us for their first demo day on the 21st of March, please do ask me or one of the team, and we can either send you the live stream link. I'm not sure what time it is, whether it's sort of middle of the night, but we can either send you the live stream link, or we would love to host you in Singapore as well. One of the other things that we've been working on recently is looking at our corporate partnerships and developing a small number of exclusive partnerships to help and support our company building process. Wanted to announce that we're now working with The Telegraph, one of the most forward-thinking and profitable publishers in the space. And also alongside that, Vitruvian, who is now our private equity partner and also an LP in the EF fund as well. We're delighted to work with these two companies and look forward to deepening that relationship over the next months and years. And finally, I did want to say a big thank you to the EF team who are up in the rafters and also in the biscuit factory as well. As you can imagine, finding hundreds of people each year and turning them into companies is not child's play, and we have a completely kick-ass team behind us that makes this happen. There are a couple of people that I did want to mention, in particular Zoe Gervier, our global head of talent, who finds, along with her team, finds and selects these individuals, and also to the program team, in particular to Savitri Tan and Zeffie Hennessy Holland, for corralling these individuals into startups, and of course to the venture partners who work on a weekly basis with these teams. So Nadav Rosenberg, Chris Mares, Joe White, Wendy Tam White, Thomas Stone, and John Folland. I'd like to give them a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. Now, without further ado, I will hand over to Matt, and we will be getting on with the pitches very soon.
Just before the pitches started, we wanted to remind you of one way in which EF has changed over the last 6 months, and that is that as of the last cohort, we are now not just building the companies, but co-investing with you. So you may remember 6 months ago at EF6 Demo Day, we announced that we had raised a £40 million next stage fund to back the companies that you see at each Demo Day into their seed and Series A's. This is a big difference, and we see it's making a big, big impact on the kinds of rounds that our companies are raising. In fact, since we closed that fund, we've made 47 co-investments with people in this room and around the world. That's the companies that you're going to see today. It's also the companies from EF6, and it's also EF alumni from EF3 onwards. So I just wanted to take 30 seconds to explain how it works, because it does have an impact on the rounds that the people that you see today will be raising. So the first thing to know is that all of these companies, in addition to the initial investment that we make, over the last few days, we've given them all a £70,000 convertible note, which will form part of the round that they're announcing today. So we'll be coming in alongside you in that sense. But also, in addition, from that fund, we invest up to 15% of the total amount raised. So if someone today says that they're raising 500K, we'll be contributing another 75K into the round for that. So we're really excited to work alongside you to get these rounds done, to find the right capital at the right time for these companies. If you want to hear more about that, Wendy, sitting in the front row, who many of you know, she has taken on now responsibility for looking after our company's funding globally. So she's here to help as you look to co-invest with us. And if you want to know more about the fund and how it works, then Joe, her partner and husband and our partner, is now taking on global responsibility for how we deploy our funds. So if you want to talk about that, you can find him afterwards. Finally, more generally, we are here to help. We want to help you invest in these companies. That is our job. So if after today you think, wow, I love them all, I want to invest in 12 of them, I just need to meet them all again, we're very, very happy to host office hours at the Biscuit Factory, which is our office. And I keep mentioning the Biscuit Factory without context. There are no biscuits, sadly, anymore, just startups. Very happy to set up office hours for any of you that want to do that. So please come and find a member of the EF team, and we can do that. Okay, enough from us, so just very quick logistics before we bring in the first team. Please do tweet and whatever else is kind of exciting these days. I'm still on Twitter. EF7 is the hashtag. EFLDN is our handle. You should have been able to find the Wi-Fi, although so far everything has run flawlessly. The thing that hasn't is that the pass codes were incorrect on the printed leaflets. The actual password for the Wi-Fi is EF7 Demo Day, no spaces. So that's how you should be able to get online. So that's it from us. We will do this in 2 halves. So I think there's 9 pitches in each half. Then we'll have a short break, and then we'll bring you all in for the second half.